Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Sunday. Happy Sunday. Hello. Hi guys. How you doing? Thanks for joining. Please share, invite, tag. I'm just gonna share while I wait. Let's see if people are gonna join. Let's just invite, tag, inbox, whatever you might want to do. Hello. Hi, cuz. How you guys doing? I'm just gonna share a minute, invite few people, and I'm gonna start. Tag, invite, and I'm going to start. Okay. Well, hello, welcome everybody. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Thank you for being here, taking the time to come and watch this broadcast. I appreciate it. I will appreciate it more if you share, tag somebody, invite somebody to share the knowledge with people. I will appreciate that more. So today, if you want God's plan for your life, you need to know the time. You need to know the exact timing, goals, and how to attain it. So, like a lot of people don't know timing. Like I said, I was going to talk for the whole of this week about timing, how timing is very important. Hopefully, the volume is okay and everything is working good so far. Please let me know if it's not working. Just type or comment. Let me know, please. Thanks. So I'm going to be talking about in next week too. I'm going to be talking about timing also because timing is very important. Uh, but people don't realize how important timing is, that everything is about time. Like if you don't value time, then I'm sorry, um you're not a wise person. Only foolish people don't value time because time waits for nobody, and time is expensive, and there is nobody can buy time. Like believe it or not, once you lose the time, you're never ever gonna get it back. You're never ever going to get your time back because it's gone. Like when 24 hours roll over, you cannot get anything back from that 24 hours because it's gone. And no matter how much money you have, you cannot buy it back. It's gone, it's gone. That's just the way it is. The earth, from its big, there is the earth, there is a beginning and there is an ending, and it has set, um it's set by time. Like that's how it exists. Like that is how God even exists. Like timing, he timed everything. Like if you missed my following broadcast, I encourage you, go listen to them back, because you're able to build up, you'll be able to build up from it. So like the whole world, like the globe, the global events are set by time, by God. Like, okay, So everything that is happening, everything that is existing, um, it's set by God. Like even before you were even born, even before I was born, God have already um prepared exactly what you're supposed to do, when you're gonna supposed to be born. Like even for example, like even the doctors, they usually give you a due date. Say, okay, you're gonna have your kid this date. Does it usually happen? No, because it's God timing. God, if you're not ready to come, if God is not ready for you to come out, you're not gonna come out until He's ready. It's not until a doctor, um, it's up to the doctor to say, hey, well, I have my baby this time. Or sometimes people do it, say, oh, but you cannot have your kids before 9 months. They has to be in your tummy for 9 months. And when sometimes it's overdue, then that's when doctors might say, well, it's overdue by 1 week, by 2 weeks. Then they might want to take the baby out. But everything is timing. It's God timing. So the whole history of humanity has a time frame, because time is a condition of life here on earth. Everything is time. Like even when you go to work, they time you. You go there for 8 hours or 12-hour shift, like for nurses, like they time you. Say okay, and they pay you for that time. So everything, it's about time. So people need to know how to value time. You have to respect time. You have to use your time wisely here on earth, because once it's gone, you will never get it. Even like for people that are maybe 40 years old now, or maybe 50 years old now, like they want to go back in time, but can you do it? No, you cannot do back. You just need to catch up. Like people are catching up with life now, but because they have wasted their youth, they have wasted their time back, then now they're trying to catch up with everything. So they have to pay for it in order for them to. But like for the people that are young now, if you use your time wisely, guess what? You will not be playing catching up. You will not be stressing yourself out, because you have used and invested your time wisely here on earth. But when you don't invest your time wisely here on earth, you have to play catch up. You have to double or triple your work in order for you to become successful. So it's it was time was created first in the beginning. That was time that was created first in the beginning. God Himself is the beginning and is the end, and He's the Alpha and He's the Omega. Like yesterday I talked about, there is nobody that's gonna be superior more than God. God is God. There is nobody. It doesn't matter if you have money, you can never be God. Like people, like I talk a little bit about how lots of Christian today are worshiping the man of God. They're worshiping, they're idol worshippers, because you cannot worship a chair or worship olive oil or water or all that kind of stuff. That's idol worship. That's paganism. If you are as a Christian and you're doing that, you are a pagan. Believe it or not, if you are worshiping an olive oil, you have to anoint yourself before you go out of the house, or you constantly drinking blood of Jesus water, or you have to wear a amulet or some kind of thing in order for you before you can get out of your house. That is paganism. Because guess what? God does not live in an object. God is living inside of you, not an object, not a olive water, not no. God does not live on those things. Like I know a lot of pastors today that they sell those things. They make money out of people. They think that, hey, you drink this water, or you use this handkerchief, you're gonna have miracle or something, or I don't know. If God instructed you, because when you're praying for somebody or things like that, and God instructed you, give you that specific instruction, then you can do it. But you cannot make it. What makes it wrong is because people are using it as doctrine. It's like everywhere, everybody is selling olive oil, everybody is selling anointing water. Everybody's selling handkerchief or something, or calendar or something. They are selling everything. That makes it wrong. If God instructed you to pray over something and give it to somebody, that is different than you making it at idol worshiping, because you're at it. That is paganism. If you are worshiping olive oil or water. It's paganism. That is what pagans do. But you, as a believer, and you said you are believe in Jesus Christ, and Jesus Christ is living inside of you, and yet you are worshiping chair. And like yesterday, I saw a video. A brother of mine shared it on Facebook, and that this guy, what's his name? Pastor Suleiman was going, everybody was laying, everybody. Like, I don't say don't honor people, but if you honor them to the way of worshiping, that is not good. It makes it wrong. That is what all I have to say. So the earth, with all its events existing spiritually before it becomes material. So it exists in its spiritual before it comes material. So the real sequence of all events on earth is revealed only in time. God sets the beginning and the end. It's like a movie, for example. It's like you watching a movie. That's how God sitting on his throne, sitting, and it's like a movie playing for him that he already seen. Like he already created. He's the author. Like he have created and direct this film. It's like our life, because he already wrote our script out, how we are supposed to be acting, how are we supposed to be behaving here on earth. It's like, yeah, the life of our life here on earth. That is how he sits back and watch, say, okay, is he gonna make a mistake? Is he gonna do exactly the way I planned it? Or like, so am I gonna they have to repeat it or rewind it or something? Like, so it's like a movie for him. You just watch it, say, okay, let me see my product. What are they gonna, how they gonna deliver? So that is what God does. So every moment shows a new clip of the extraordinary movie. Is as long as the history of the planet that we are living in. It's like, so God is just watching us, and in watching us, see if we're gonna act the movie exactly how he directed, how he planned it, how he wrote the script. But a lot of us have missed it. Like for me, I said I am not perfect, and I've made a lot of mistakes in my life too in the past. And but guess what? Our God is a faithful God. He is faithful and He's just to forgive. Even though we make mistake, you have lost it, but you can say, "Hey, sorry, God, I repent of my sins. Okay, now let me move into a new page." And when you move into a new page, when you turn your life around, everybody need to notice that. Not you noticing like, oh my God, my life is changed. No, the people around supposed to say, what happened? The people are supposed to be saying, questioning, wow, what's wrong with your life? What happened? They need to see the changes in your life. They need to show you. But if you said you've changed, you've repented, and you are doing exactly the same thing over and over that you've done before, you are still in the world. Guess what? You have not changed yet. You have not changed yet. So once you change, like people recognize, say, hey, this person used to be like this, but now, wow, look at the things that person is accomplishing. Then now we're talking that you have a new life. So God has set everything up here on time, like everything. Time reveal all events here on earth. In the Bible, it said to everything there is a time. There is time for everything. But sometimes people don't realize that there's time for everything. Some people wants to do everything at once. They wants to go to school. They want to work. Like, not that it cannot be possible. If you can do it, kudos to you. But every people, they want to buy a house at the same time they want to buy a car. Like, there's a time for everything. Some people are not even budgets to do certain things in their life, but they do it. Like, I don't say sometimes you can take like chances and have faith in God. Like, I believe in faith in God. Say, okay, God, I have faith in you. Once God is the one behind you doing something, you can trust on him, you can lean on him, and guess what? He's gonna back you 100% all the way out. Like some people today, God might probably told them to do something that is gonna transform somebody's life, that is gonna change somebody's life. or impact a community or impact a nation, for example, but they are scared to do it. Like, that is not what I'm talking about. But if God have instructed you, God have revealed to you, or something is bugging you that you need, that is going to benefit somebody, like, go for it, do it, even though you don't have money. Like, a lot of people, like, for me, never mind, I'm speaking to myself, like, there are a lot of things that I want to do sometimes, like, oh, I'll just wait when I have money. Hey, guess what? You wait for a very long time, but sometimes you need to take the step of faith. Say, okay, God, you put this in me, you put this dream, I'm going to take a step of faith. I don't have money, I don't know how I'm going to fund this, I don't know how I'm going to do this, but guess what? I'm going to take a step of faith, I'm going to do it. But a lot of people today are waiting. When I have money, I'll do it. When I have money, I'll do it. Hey, you don't have to do it big. Take one step at a time. One step at a time until you get to your bigger goal. So there is time for everything. So when the time comes for something to happen, it happens. In the same way, our feature, like our character, as I was saying about a theme, a whole script, like, that is how it's gonna happen, right? Like, when you watch a movie, the director already planned everything. Say, okay, this is gonna happen what this time, this is gonna happen this time. It's just like our life, like, believe it or not. So the actor knows exactly when to come in on stage and when to do according to the script, so as not to disturb the plan of the author. So each of us has to know our time and place in history, in the history of humanity, so that the author would be able to fulfill his plan through us. Because, believe it or not, that is why we are existing. We are supposed to be fulfilling God's plan here on earth. But unfortunately, a lot of us are just goofing around. We are just doing our own thing. We are not doing exactly what we are supposed to be here for. So to achieve that, we need to stay in close relationship with God. We need to stay in close relationship with God. He needs to instruct us, he needs to correct us, he needs to guide us. If you don't have a personal relationship with God, guess what? You're gonna miss a lot of things. You're not gonna be able to discern a lot of things in your life. But when you have a personal relationship with God, when you are close with God, guess what? You can do so many things. So so in order to perfectly perform God's plan for our life, we need to know the exact time, goal, and how to attain it. We need to. So time comes and time, goal, and how Christ intended his goal. These are the three components that we need to pay attention to. So time, goal, and attainment are very important. Let's look in Luke chapter 9, verse 51. Yesterday I read this. Luke chapter 1, verse. He said, now when the time was approaching for him to take up, he was determined to go to Jerusalem. So to fulfill God's purpose, that is Jesus talking here. Like, this is Jesus. The time come for him to go to Jerusalem so that he can get crucified for us, so that we can be set free from our bondage, right? Because we need to be, he wants to redeem us, because we were under slavery and God wanted to liberate us. So he had to go to Jerusalem, even though he know it was hard for him. But he has to do what the Father says. Like, time reveal events. Every new time contain a certain goal, like commandments, schedule, and intentions. So Jesus has already knows that it's very important for him, for this to happen, for him to be crucified. Because Jesus know that, he knows how important it is. He knew the purpose of that event. Christ knew that the time will come for him to leave this world. He knew it. He know everything. He know it's taken 33 years. 33 years. He went to Jerusalem to attain his goal. He has to go. to attain his goal. What does this reveal to us? It shows that we need to know exactly, we need to know every new thing, every new coming event in our life. Like time to contain certain new blessing for our life as a new schedule. So every new day contains some new plan for our life and a purpose for our life. Like every day when you wake up in the morning, it's a new day. God has a plan for you to accomplish that day. That's why it is very important for you to go to God, say, God, what is the plan that you need me to accomplish today? What is it that I need to accomplish? Like if you have a passion or something, you take one step at a time every day to accomplish that goal for your life. We should find out what the Lord has planned for each and every one of us at for this time. We should not just sit around, wait for the time to come. Because if Jesus was sitting around and waiting for the like, because he knows, he said, I have to go to Jerusalem, and he went to Jerusalem. And there's some people, they know they have to go, but they know they don't want to go. They just sit around. We should start acting towards the plan as if it's approaching. When the time comes for Jesus, he went to Jerusalem. Christ was going to meet the event. He was not catching up with them. Like a lot of people are playing catching up today. Like for me, I am playing catching up in life because I have wasted most of my time doing things that was not important at all. So now I'm playing catch up. It's never too late. It's never too late. When you realize it, you go for it. You have to be consistent in everything you do. And then guess what? It's all going to be good. So despite of the danger Jesus Christ knew he was going to face when he was going to get crucified, he know he has to do it. So Jesus knew the best time in his life and the time set by God. That is why he fulfilled the goal. That because it was the time. Like people say, oh, you're so young, he died so young. If you have accomplished your goal or your plan that you need to go see your Father in heaven, why not? Why do you have to sit and wait around? So if Jesus did not know the goal of the Father, he wouldn't have able to attain them. There are many obstacles in his way. Like you guys see in the Bible, you read, like Jesus went through a lot of obstacles. He went through a lot of trials and tribulation. But guess what? He overcome them all. Why? Because he had a personal relationship with his Father. So his disciples were talking to him out in a crowd of people and following him and demanding the signs and wonder. Jesus was sure of his decision. The most important thing for him was to achieve the goal. He wanted to achieve the goal. That was the most important thing. He could not miss the time because he knew how important the coming event set by God was. He escaped and remained alive. Why was he hurried to meet his own death? Such a tormenting crucifixion. It is very difficult for human mind to understand this, but Christ has the understanding of time. That is why he did what he had to do. He realized everything was prepared by his heavenly Father for the sacrifice that was to take place on the Golgotha, and that particular moment in time. Like he knows, like even when he was praying and he was weeping blood, like his tears was blood. He was like, God, because he knew how painful that was gonna be, how painful, how hurt. Like look at us. Like sometimes we got stabbed or ourselves or something, or cut yourself or burnt yourself. It's not how painful you feel the pain. Just imagine the kind of death that Jesus Christ went through for our sake. And then he was praying to his Father because he was in flesh on earth here, even though he was spirit at the same time, but he needed to connect constantly with his Father in order for him to get strength. So he was like, Father, please let this cup pass, but if it's your will, let your will be done. This is how we are supposed to be praying too. We need to be praying every day. Say, God, let your will be done. Not my will, but your will. Whatever you want for my life, let it be done, God. If you want this to happen, let it happen. If you don't want this to happen, let it pass. Let it go. And once it's let it go, let it go. Something that is meant for you, it's meant for you. You will never pass you. But something that is not meant for you, let it go. But a lot of people today, they stress themselves so much in life that because they want certain things, even though it's not the time for them to have it, even though it's not the will of God for them to have it, they will force and force to have it. That is how a lot of people today, they lose their life because they are forcing into something that is not meant for them, that is not supposed to be happening in life, but they are forcing. Hey, things, they let them happen naturally. Say, God, always you pray, God, let your will be done. God, whatever decision you're making, whatever you're doing, like if you want to go to school, if you want to have a child, job, whatever, you ask and say, God, let your will be done. Whatever you want me to do. I'm not saying don't do effort, don't do nothing. You need to do it, but do all your effort, do everything that you need, and just let it say, God, let your will be done. If it's your will, let it be done. But if you've tried all your effort and you put everything in and it didn't happen, it was not the time for it to happen. That's why it didn't happen. So, um, so we are to build our life just like Christ did. We need to know the exact time of the event in our life. All the sphere of our life has to be time planned. We need to know our life goal for each time and how to attain them. Your life has to be planned. Like your life has been planned for 20 years or 30 years ahead of you. You need to plan. I'm not saying obstacle might not come, they might divorce you, but you need to plan. Say, okay, in the next 10 years, this is what I'm going to do. In the next 5 years, this is what I'm going to do. In the next 15, 20 years, this is what I'm going to do. You need to plan your life ahead. Because guess what? When you plan your life ahead, it will be so much easier for you. I'm not saying that the obstacle might not come, they will come, but you planning, you are on the plus side. You should know events and time when they should happen. When you prepared in advance, events will not be sudden or unexpected for you because you have already planned for it. How do we know our goal and time are attained by attaining them? Only the personal walk with God. Like I said earlier, only personal constant studying of his truth give us the opportunity to know the exact time of the most important events in our life. Like constant relationship, constant work with God, constant knowing the truth. Because when you know the truth, guess what? You will know how the events are coming in your life. When we have a personal relationship with God and work closely with Him, nothing will happen by chance, as our action, as steps will be guiding us throughout. And He will enable us to move towards certain goal in our life. There is a secret in understanding. That is the sense of life in time when you walk for us, bring us victory and blessing instead of failures and destruction. So when you have a personal relationship with God, God reveals things to you. You know things. But when you don't walk with God, you're not aligned with the Spirit, you miss a lot of things in your life. You will miss a lot of things. But when you align yourself with it, it's going to be good. Like even in the life of Jesus Christ, there was no chaos. There were chaos, but even though there were, the whole world around her was not a mess. Jesus knew the secret of understanding time. He knew the secret of understanding time. He knew all the important events in his life. His priority was to be in the right place in God's appointed time in order to succeed. So it is very important for you to be in God timing. So Understanding the goals. You need to understand your goals in life. Like a lot of people don't understand your goals. They just say, I'm just going to take it one day at a time. But you need to understand your goal. How are you going to accomplish those goals? How are you going to meet those goals? But a lot of people don't. But Jesus knew this. God knew this. He knew how he was going to. So Jesus Christ knew why he was on earth. Do you know why you're on earth? Do you know why you exist on earth? No, you don't know. A lot of people don't even know why they exist on the earth. You know, he knew the purpose of his life. He was telling his disciple about it. He said, like in John 3:16, said, for God so loved the world that he sent his only begotten son, that whosoever believes in it will not perish. You need to believe in God. If you don't want to if you don't want to perish, you need to believe in God. Now a lot of people perishing today because they don't believe in God. They don't believe in God. He said, for God so loved the world that he sent his only begotten son, that whosoever believe in him will not perish, but have everlasting life. Jesus knew the purpose of his birth, why God sent him into the world. Do you know your purpose like Jesus did? It is very important for us not to just guess why we are here or why God gave us life on earth. It is important for us to clearly plan our life. Only then you will be able to achieve them. Many people do not think about the reason why they are living here on earth. They do not have they don't even have goals or purpose in their life. They're just living their life just waywardly. They just partying, doing drugs, doing all that kind of stuff. They just wasting their life. So they should not okay, I'm just gonna give an example. I know my time is up. I'm almost done, guys. Uh it is understandable why unbeliever could live like that, because it is totally unacceptable for Christians to live their life, because God called them to attain certain goal. We are all called to attain certain goal here on earth. If you're not attaining that goal, you are a failure. No matter how much money you have in your bank account, no matter how rich you are, you if you're not attaining the goal that you were created for, you are failing in life. So some parents think that they can come into the world. They came into the world just to raise kids and get good education, help to settle, leave them a fortune, or raising grandchildren. A lot of people think that that is why God created them. They they build their life according to this plan. That's how a lot of people build their life. I'm gonna have kids. I'm gonna go to school, have a good education, have kids, settle down, and that's it, and raise my grandkids, and then die or go to church every Sunday. That is how people they plan and they build their life up. However, it's only as the children grow up, they become rebellious and stop listening to them. And then the parents will begin to think about meaning of living, which was like I see this a lot. Um, the lack of knowledge about our goal always lead us to abuse. This is why people abuse, waste, and lost their time God gave them on absolutely different goal. It is very important for each of us to know our calling. We should know the purpose of which God created us. We should know that. Like a lot of people today, like me, for me, I have kids, but I have I have my purpose that God created me for. Not because I have kids, that's why I should stop living why God created me for. No, you still need to do all of it. You need to live your own life. You need to take care of your kids at the same time. All of it you need to do. But some people, they will stop their life, put their life on hold, say, I'm just going to take care of my kids. And then those kids grow up, and then you start to play catch up in life. Oh, now I have to catch up with this, now I have to catch up with that. But guess what? Their kids can God gave you those kids. God knows exactly how you should take care of them. You go and ask for knowledge from God, first of all. And you need to fulfill your own purpose here. You need to fulfill your kids' purpose here. That's why if you cannot do both of them, don't have kids. But you need to fulfill God's plan that He has for your life. Don't put God, I'm gonna put your plans on hold first, and I have to raise my kids first. No, God's plans superior. Yeah, God knows you have kids. God, it's not like God doesn't know you have kids, but you still need to fulfill your own plan that you are created for. Don't put your life on hold just because of a kid. You're gonna regret it. Like a lot of people that are regretting their life today because they put their life on hold for a kid. They know they were passionate about certain things. As soon as they have kids, everything is on hold. I'm not gonna do my the things that, hey, you can do both. You can do your passionate thing at the same time take care of your kids. Anyway, I'm gonna stop here today. Hopefully this was helpful to somebody. Please share, invite somebody, tag somebody. Somebody might need to hear this. So this is all I got for you guys today. And tomorrow is another day. Hopefully you guys have a wonderful Sunday, and God bless you, and see you tomorrow. God bless and peace.